Hello and welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2, follow my career, Farquar Freights. We are still in the Farquar gaming get-up on the skins. Haven't had much time to do a Farquar Freight one yet, but I'll get round to it. Now, today we are going to start a long journey. We are going to go from Bern in Switzerland to El-Arich in Egypt. I think that's how you pronounce it, El-Arich. I think that's about right. And we're going to be towing 17 tons of nuts. And yeah, this could be a long one. Like I said, I think it's about 64 hours. So let's get this delivery done so we can get out. Or this loading done, should I say, so we can get out.
Ready to roll.
Boot her up. Now, unfortunately, it is evening. We're going to be heading out quite late. It probably did say a minute ago. Yeah, 20 past 8. So they spent nearly an hour loading up them nuts. So we better get out on the road for this one. Oh, it feels heavy. That's some big old nuts we got. Let's get that out of the way. Once we get out of Bern, we'll be able to have a little bit of a chat. Actually, I think before we go, let's do this the right way and let's set our navigation. Something that needs to be done. We've got about 10.5 hours until we need to rest. So if we follow this, so you can see this is how far we've got to go. We've got to go from Bern all the way through, catch a ferry in, how would we pronounce that one? Thessaloniki? That's Greece. So whereabouts do you think is 10 hours? And where would the rest stop be? More to the point, there's a rest stop. How far is that? 8 hours. 8 hours might not be a bad time actually. That's 340 miles. We've got a long way to go. There's plenty of time to do it in.
Time to get the job done.
So that's just outside Salzburg sort of distance. There was another one. I did have a little look. It was about, well, it was 10 hours 19 minutes away, and we need to sleep in 10 hours 22. So I figured we'll play it safe. We'll take the 8.5 hours, and then if we any diversions or anything like that, we should still be pretty safe. Sorry, I'll get used to the gears again soon. I've been playing a lot of American Truck Simulator, and I use an, I think I said before, a realistic automatic, so I just have to flick it up and down.
Get ready to
because I can't do a 12 or 16 or whatever it is gearbox they've got. I can't, I can't do that. I've just got a 6-speed H shifter, so maybe one day we'll get one of them big boy shifters. So then when I come back to Euro, I have to remember that I've got the 6 speeds and the reverse. Now, to add a little extra fun as well, we now have twice as much traffic, or there should be twice as much traffic if I did it right. Did it via the console, so yeah, you never know. I might mess that up, but we'll see. We'll see. I've started a second profile again. I did have a second profile that was playing just for myself on Euro and that I wasn't recording on, and then we sort of got to this point and I didn't want to do another job off camera because that would have leveled us up, and I wanted to save the level up for see on camera. And in American Truck Simulator I have been enjoying the World of Trucks contracts, so I thought I'll boot up the second profile in Euro just so I could play it between recordings, because I wasn't ready to record another one yet, but I wanted to play the game, if that makes sense. I like to play it, you know, during the day when I can't record as well. yeah, so I've got one there, and I'm just going to work up till I can get my own truck, and then I'm just going to purely do welder truck contracts on that one, because I think they're very cool. I might do some welder trucks here. I was looking at some for today. I figured I think I'd done a few on ATS that should have released by now, and then I saw this job in the regular cargo market, and I keep saying I want to get down to the Middle East, so this is it. This is us making our way to the Middle East via Egypt. We'll travel down south through Europe, or southwest through Europe, let's say into Greece. We'll catch a ferry in Greece, which has got quite a bit of distance on it as well, and then into northern Egypt. Yeah, we move along a little bit. I'm just going to pull over, but he seems pretty close on the right hand side. Not quite sure what he's doing. Not quite sure what I'm doing, to be fair. Let's they'll speedo up. Oh, we definitely go quicker than that. Now I think we've been doing quite a few day trips here. I think I've changed the illumination on my dash, which means I can't read the speed limit. I think it says 50. So that could be fun. I'm not sure where I changed that now. I'm thinking, I might have done it a while ago. As I say, we've done quite a few day jobs in Euro, because I've been trying to keep it in daylight. I'm sure we'll be safe at 51. I'm trying not to use the cruise as well. Although there's nothing wrong in using the cruise. If you go on a long journey, a trucker would use his cruise. It would just make sense.
Keep left, and then continue straight on.
Okay. So do we want to... Yeah, we do.
Go straight on.
Let's hope there's no one there. There isn't. I'll be mindful. Trying to be a little bit more realistic when I can. Doing my best. I'm thoroughly enjoying the trucking at the minute, though. I was talking about it with my partner today. Sort of with all the frustrations that farm sim has thrown at me recently. I've just been playing a little bit more trucking anyway, rather than farming for myself. So we may even find we get a little bit more trucking turn up anyway. For those that are here and enjoy the trucking and enjoy hearing me chat absolute cod, we'll get more of that. But that's why that's why I've started to introduce the American. Now that's going to be done in a different style. I have said if people want, drop in the comments and I will restart that as a career, but in the style that I've been doing it. So sort of quite edited, quite compact and digestible, maybe a little bit more humorous. I don't know, I try. I think I'm humorous naturally, but you know, that's a little bit more
Go straight on.
Me dialed up a little bit. So yeah, having fun with that though. That's how I feel once I'm in my big truck in America. Anyway, I feel like me dialed up. That's what America is, isn't it? Everyone dialed up. But yeah, been having a hell of a lot of fun there. So I'm pleased to be getting some content on that. Also means that when I'm practicing, once I'm trying to get these skins and things sorted, I need to do some for ATS as well. Let's just get in the time. Weather has been nice here, so we've been out and about a little bit and trying to sort our garden out and different things, and so time is spent elsewhere. Oh, going a bit quick now. Want to get caught speeding. Little shake of the wheel. Did you see that? If I leave it long enough, it just vibrates and shakes the whole desk. Anyway, haven't said it yet. Hope you're all well, keeping safe, doing the things you love, farming and trucking, and whatever else you do. Now I know it's not always popular on my channel, but I was thinking about doing some full-length gameplay of sort of older games that I enjoy doing and sort of replaying them and just sticking them up so like one hit, one shot. So like I don't know, a complete playthrough in one video of a particular game or something. If you'd be interested in seeing that, let me know in the comments as well. As I say, there's so much that I've got available to me that I can do on this channel, but if people aren't going to watch it, you know, as much as I like, I could go out and I could replay games I like, it just won't turn up on the channel. But then if I want to play for fun, then it means less content for the channel as well, because I'm going to be doing that. So yeah, if you want to see other sort of gameplay, let me know, because I'm eager to try and put it out there. When I have sort of nice, good recording stints, I sometimes get quite a way ahead, and usually once I get quite a way ahead, I then start watching videos that I think are going to help me to improve my content, like audio videos, and then I fiddle about because I've got extra time and I don't want to get too far ahead in my series, and then I think I'm improving my audio and I mess it up like I have done for the past, I don't know, 2 weeks I think. We had all the issues with FS being a problem, and then just as I'd settled that I thought, oh, let's see if I can make my audio better, and it didn't quite work out that way. Now, that wasn't a deliberate thing, obviously. I thought I was really fixing something, because when I was testing it, like I'd adjust the sliders, I'm listening to myself, and I'm listening back to myself. I've got my partner to listen, and I was like, oh yeah, that's better, that's good, and we're going to try and use the same sort of technique and tutorial to help her get audio on her channel. And then I went into the game with FS, and once I'd finished the recording, it didn't sound like it did just a short while ago earlier, and so that was frustrating. So I kept fiddling, and we got to the terrible point where we were picking up my breathing, we were picking up awful, tremendous amounts of lip smacking, and which I get anyway. Either get dry mouth, which causes that, you know, the anxiety of talking about stuff all the time. It's not easy. And then obviously you have a little drink or whatever, that causes it. But the breathing, I don't know what that's all about. I'm not even sure if I've completely fixed that yet. I have put out a farming video where the video is a little bit jumpy, because in the end, in listening to myself while editing, it just crazed me that I could hear myself breathing. I'm going to go back to the beginning, start again, and I'm just going to cut all that out, because I can't be dealing with that. I can't be listening to myself like that. I certainly don't want anyone else to have to listen to myself like that.
On.
So we are now approaching the borders. We've got a lot of borders here by the looks of it. Into Liechtenstein, and we'll come out of Liechtenstein and pretty much straight into Austria, I believe. I think that's how that works.
Exit now.
As you can see, some of these roads are definitely busier.
Go straight on.
Now, in the enjoyment of more trucking, I've been watching more channels that do trucking as well. Obviously channels that are super established that, well, despite my enjoyment and love for this game, I've never really watched. Here we go, into Austria. A little bit of geography. So we're coming off here. So that's been fun, but I've also been, by watching them, learned a little bit more about the game. I'm trying to learn a little bit more about how to better control my truck. So hopefully we'll have a few less accidents and incidents. That bit would come in time for the usual sort of junction that I get stuck on. So that was that was pretty good, because we got around it. So it shows I was watching, listening, and learning, and managed to succeed at it. But also what I've taken from it is, in order to be a little bit more realistic, Need to stop worrying about rushing to get everywhere. Take my time with it. You get plenty of time with the jobs, and especially when I'm doing World of Trucks contracts, because I'm able to sit usually of an evening when I do this, or at night when I do this. If I want, as long as the boy doesn't wake up and disturb me, you know, I can keep going until morning, I guess, in theory. But yeah, so that I can do some really long World of Truck contracts. So I might even try and do some of them crazy length ones on here or on America. Do them like one big hit and then chop them up a little bit, edit it, put them out. Now I forgot, I've lost complete trail of thought of what I was talking about before we hit the borders, and I had to concentrate on the roundabout. I can't remember if I was still talking about the audio or what. I think I was. Yeah, so that was frustrating. I think now I've got it a bit better. But yes, yeah, I was going through my issues. So if you watch it, then I can explain why it sounded and did what it was like. Yeah, so we had all the lip smacking, had all the breathing. So I tried to get rid of that by changing my threshold, by changing different things, and I wanted to keep it balanced out with the game, because at the minute it was generally I speak, the game cuts out, or it dropped down a little bit too far and whatnot, so I brought game threshold back up and things like that. So then in the end, because I was trying not to lose too much sound, we had an episode where I was suddenly too quiet because I'd dropped my threshold down because I was sort of fed up of hearing me. And then the game, although the game wasn't necessarily too loud, it's one we were doing a lot with the Massey Zebra, not the Massey Zebra, the New Holland Zebra, drop nose. And I think the mod itself is just a loud mod. The audio file on that is really loud. So then I kept finding myself trying to shout over the mod, which made my audio sound bad. But from where I'd tried to do the levels differently for the game, all the quiet sounds within the game, so all the nature, all the wind and everything, I think I put in the text at the start of it, oh, it's really windy here today, because I could hear it in the audio. It was just crazy loud. Where are we going? Anyone I want? I'm going to take this one. Self-service. Yeah, we'll do that. See, whereas before I always sort of approached these sort of spots way too quick, just come careering in, and there's just never no need for it. There really isn't. I'm not quite sure what that is that's projecting that. I mean, obviously that's my blue light that's projecting a blue light, but why I've got that blue square on the front of my dash here. Whether a mod isn't working or I've accidentally turned one off, I don't know. Because I think that's where our telepass should be. So perhaps I've accidentally deactivated that. Yeah, so that was what happened, and then we have another one where I think it was maybe the rock. No, I think the rocks was the rocks was beforehand. That was one that I did a lot of chopping and cutting on to take out the breathing. So hopefully now this sounds better. It's really weird because throughout all this time I've been recording farming and trucking and gas station simulator, but my main audio is also coming from so stupid because it can't be to do with the game, but I'm having bigger effect with my audio differences on the farming than I have done on the 4 or 5 trucking videos I've recorded and the 2 gas stations that I've recorded. Audio wasn't as bad. I think the thing with FS is that the actual game audio is quite low in general. like compared to 19. On 19, you always used to have to lower the game audio because it was so loud, especially when recording. And yeah, even though I've cranked it up a bit, not cranked it, but turned up a little bit, it still seems quiet at times. But then with something else, when you get a mod in there, and I think it's generally mods that have been converted over that still seem to have that loud sound file. So I'm supposed to turn it off there? I think I am.
Never mind.
Nope.
I'll find a new route.
I weren't. It looked like I was. See, this is why we have to allow ourselves a few extra. It's not the first time we've done that. But, yeah, so I think they still have an extra loud sound file, because I think we used a case harvester a while back, and that was so loud, that drowned me out so much in audio once it got to editing, which was a little bit annoying. And because I don't really pre-plan what we're going to do, I like to do it, you know, oh, we'll see what turns up, and this, that, and the other, because I think it's a little bit more organic from me and my reaction. So I don't know what the case is going to sound like. I don't know what these things are going to do. I don't sort of pre-do it, practice, and use them again. So, yes, it has been a little bit frustrating. And the case was along with the graphics and the controls and everything. That was super frustrating at the time. But I've spent a lot of time listening to this one before recording, and my voice before recording sounded really good. I then put it on top of the game, and the levels seemed quite fair and equal. I wasn't drowned out, and I didn't drown out the truck. I didn't have a load of lip smacking. You couldn't hear me breathe. So yeah. Now tomorrow when I record farming, we will probably get all those things and more.
Turn left.
Ooh, I thought I was going to catch that. That was bad form. Bad form. That's going to hurt. Sorry, mate. I didn't even see how much that cost, but that's not good. I have stiffer brakes on ATS as well, so that's what I'm blaming that on. Mate, I'm coming out, I'm afraid. Yeah. Brake sensitivity, I think, is higher on ATS. It's too high. I stop on a dime, I really do. Whereas here we have a little bit of inertia and we drift a bit, so I need to be a bit more mindful there. Are we following an escort vehicle now? Are we going to be stuck behind something, or is he travelling to somewhere with it?
Keep left.
Well, that little detour probably added an hour onto our journey, so we'll probably arrive about 9:30 now. Help if I was looking straight on, wouldn't it? Don't know how long we've been looking that way. So yeah, that's been my general game woes lately. There's always something. There's always something here with MrFarquar, I tell you. I'm going over, we're getting around these people. They are going super slow. We can definitely go quicker than them. Unless he's just guiding me. It's alright, we want to stay left. We are left. Now we're going too quick again. So we're back to where I made the mistake. That's the tunnel we came out of a little bit ago. Dear, oh dear. And again, that's going to be another reason why I'm enjoying my trucking a bit more. It doesn't give me any issues whatsoever. Never. Just always end up having fun with it. Get on, I boot it up. The wheel works, the controls are as I set. Sound is good. Right. I think we'll try and risk a few extra miles an hour faster just so we can catch up with where we were supposed to be, but not a big issue. Like I say, we've got plenty of time. Now, the breakdown of this journey, I sort of gave you part of it before we started, which I didn't mean to do. I wrote stuff down so I had notes, so I had things to talk about because it's a long old journey. But yeah, 17 tons of nuts is what we're pulling. We have 1,284 miles by land and 857 miles by sea. And it's a predicted 64-hour journey, which is about, well, it's still 3.5 days, I think. 3 3/4. And the actual amount of time, I'm not sure, we'll bring that up. We've got over 120, so we've got twice as long as it's going to take to do it. So we can make quite a few errors at junctions. We're good. We can do that, it's no problem. Now the good thing is, we are going to arrive... What's time now? 2, 3, probably going to arrive... Oh, about 4 or 5 hours, 4 hours time? Less than that, isn't it? We're more than halfway through our journey. So we left at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So yeah, probably 5 in the morning will we arrive for our rest. So we'll have a sleep. We should get at least 2 journeys in daylight, which would be nice. I'm not sure how it'll break down. Whereabouts we'll hit the ferry in southern Greece. Not gonna hit that on day 2, I don't think. It'll probably be near the end of, somewhere at the end of day 2, start of day 3. I think. I don't think we won't be able to get there. Because although it's, we only do 8 hours at a time, or 11 hours at a time, so...
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right.
Slow down a little bit. 40 I find is probably the best speed for me anyway on these slip roads. This one's gone a little bit tighter, so we're going to probably come down a little bit more. See, they suggest 40. They don't suggest 43. 43 is the maximum we should be doing. So 40 for me is probably pretty good coming off there. They suggest 43. We suggest you do 43 miles an hour. No, they're saying no more. Anything more than that is dangerous. You're going to roll your truck, MrFarquar. Now, for our delivery of 17 tons of nuts, I don't know what sort of nuts. Sheep's nuts, probably. We're going to Greece. Not Greece. Yeah, we're going to Greece. Yeah, we've gone through Greece. We're dropping off in Egypt. Still sheep nuts. 110 grand. So this is going to go towards buying our third truck to get a second driver. This should be big. We'll see if we can get a job or 2 down in the Middle East, whatever countries we have available to us. I think there's a little bit of Iran, Syria, I want to say Libya. So yeah, that's cool. I've also found out that there is a mod out there that adds in a big chunk of Turkey and around that way, because we don't have that. So I might see, I don't know, those of you who are experienced ETS2 careerers, is the Turkey map compatible with ProMods? Because if it is, I might get that in. Let's go to more suitable gear somewhere, I'm sure. Now we're not completely empty, but I might stop for fuel as well. Next time we get some services, may try and get some fuel, fill up, and then there's not something else to worry about, because then we can stay hopefully on the road for a solid 10 hours for the next leg. That's what we want. If it's going to give us 11 hours, I think, travel after we've had a rest, we can have a solid 10. That would be pretty cool. I thought I was in 5th, I wasn't. I was in 3rd. No wonder it was making that awful bloody noise. That's why I burned through so much fuel as well. Never in the right gear. I thought when that said Flashau on the map, I thought that was a company because it was right on top of one of these boxes for delivery type thing. It may well be, but I think it's a place, so we're not far. Because I was going to say that we were delivering near Flashau, but I thought I was then afterwards, I wasn't sure. And we have Flashau. Flashau? Sorry. Yeah. So we've not got far to go at all, actually. It's a shame. It's a shame we hit that logger up the arse, isn't it? I was just saying, if this was a bit of GTA or Forza, I'd just go up the side of that ramp there, over the flyover. Save us a little bit of a journey. Now, when I put these together, because I've been having fun with the ATS series, I'm going to refrain from doing these the same way as they are done. I want to try and keep these more as full-length journeys. But if people prefer the other stuff, again, let me know what you like. Nothing if not adaptive. So, but I generally chat all the way through these because I know I want them to be long journeys. Whereas on ATS, I talk at the points I want there to be conversation. It's sort of that simple, really. This is it's a funny type of junction, this, isn't it? Where we've gone so far out of our way to turn around to come back on ourselves. This is some weird road layout. Like, I'm pretty sure we're now going to corkscrew back up and go along there. Which I'm also pretty sure we just came off from up there, just in the other direction maybe. I don't know. But yeah, this is an unusual layout for me anyway. I think we want 4th. We want 3rd. No, she's doing alright. She's doing well. Sorry, we've not had any outer cab on this journey. I've just been really happy chatting. Hopefully that's not upset anyone. Can't see why you'd be upset about it. Perhaps we'll get a quick one here before we hit this turn. Oh, I'm getting tired. Excuse me, getting tired. Yeah, we get a little bit of that in there. Yeah, when I'm chatting away, not thinking about it. I was saying, like I said earlier on, I was talking to the missus about the channel and things and that, and I was saying like the trucking for me is like a one-man, one-way podcast. Just me chatting about stuff, which I was always a little bit concerned about because you know, people tune in, they want to see the trucking, but there's only so much, you know, for me anyway, there's only so much I can talk about the truck. I'm not a truck fanatic, I just like playing the game, whereas I know a lot more about the farming stuff. I can chat about that a bit better. Oh wow, we can get some fuel and then we can go and rest. We're here, we've arrived. That's awesome. Alright, engine off, handbrake on. Let's get some fuel. That has timed really well. I'm impressed with myself for getting something so right. How much is that? 300 and... oh, 635. That's not bad. Tell you what, that isn't bad. We've certainly had higher prices than that, I think. Right. Just fiddling with my handbrake. Now, I don't want to pull in on anyone. Just coming in. No. Now I need to find myself a nice little spot. Next to Mr. DHL, I think. Should do us. Lovely job. And the lights off as well. Oh, our wheel's got to vibrate. And that is it for our first leg of Bern to El-Arich in Egypt. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed chatting at you. So if you have, give the video a big fat thumbs up down below. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, turn your bell notification on, find out when new videos are going live, and as always, comments and feedback down there. Anything that I've been chatting about, feedback, anything that I haven't been chatting about, comments, mention and feedback. Love it all. I love the interaction. That's why we're here. You guys have yourselves a wonderful day, and hopefully I'll see you in Leg 2 very soon. Bye bye.